What's up, vapors? Thanks for checking out Daily Vape TV. My name is Nick, and today we're going to be taking a look at the ez.watt. Alright guys, so before we get into this video, I do have an announcement to make. I've got a giveaway for you guys. That's right, I've got this lovely blue Innokin ez.watt to give away, as well as this Innokin T20S as well. So all the details for that will be at the end of this video, so make sure you pay attention for those later on in this video. So this little thing right here is the ez.watt by Innokin, and it's the perfectly pocket-sized portable powerhouse of a companion, and I gotta say, it's really doing it for me on the mouth-to-lung front. So with a big shout out and thank you going out to Innokin for sending this my way for the purpose of making this video. I really do appreciate taking a look at all of their latest products, and this is definitely no exception there. Taking a look online, we have several different color options for this thing here. We have red and black crackle, gray, blue, purple, black, and red, and the price point is around $35, which I think is really reasonable. So with that, if you're kind of coming up with an idea for the stocking stuffer for the vapor in your life and you want to get them something like this guy here, make sure you check out the links I've got right down there in the description below. But without further ado, let's go down to the close-up view and take a better look at this thing. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see here, we've got the ez.watt in its original box, so let's quickly take a look around the packaging and then talk about what's inside. So first and foremost, we have a nice little lovely classy picture of the device right there on the front cover. On the bottom we have Innokin logo, on the side we have ez.watt logo, on the top we have Innokin logo, and on the back we have some pretty standard stuff here. I'm sure you guys have seen this a million times over. We have the warnings, what the kit includes, a big blank space, some company information, and the UPC and scratch-off authentication thing right there on the bottom corner. So let's go ahead and flip it over and take a look at what's inside the box. Boom! As you can see here, there, it's labeled ez.watt. Very, very classy packaging. You know, Innokin is always good for that. We have our little card here. Hopefully you guys can read that. It's just basically an explanation of the wattage and what the coils should be ran at. And it also has a capability of using their other slipstream tank as well. So if you guys want something sub-ohm, then you can use the slipstream tank. If you want to use mouth to lung, tighter draw, lower wattage, then you can use the prism tank. Anyways, so in this little thing here, on this little side, it says innovation inside. So opening that up, we have some basic instructions right there on this part of the lid. Very, very kind of simplistic, but then again, it's inside the box. So personally, I wouldn't want to grab for the box every time I need to learn how to adjust the wattage up and down. But hey, that's just me. We have our prism tank and our ez.watt right there. So we'll just screw that together and put it off to the side for right now. We also have a kind of a different, I guess it's sort of a nozzle kind of drip tip there. So a little bit different drip tip, as you can see. It's a single piece, so this part doesn't come out like this one there, and it's all plastic or all Delrin. So there you go, and you get a spare coil as well. This one is the 1.5 ohm coil, so this is the lower wattage 1.5 ohm coil there. So taking a look at the other side real quick, this is the accessories package, and let's just pop it open. Move that out of the way. Well, let's see. We have an envelope here. Let's go ahead and pop that open. Oh. I see a bunch of paperwork and cards. Warning and safety guide. All right. So booklet style warning and safety guide. Very wordy. Lots of different languages, but it's booklet style, so they saved themselves there. Then we have a big thick piece of card here. This is like really thick cardstock, which I'm guessing that's your warranty. Yeah, that's your warranty card right there. Battery care guide. Yeah, that's kind of nice. I mean, kind of different, kind of interesting. They have a battery care guide, so you can make sure you're keeping up with your batteries there, taking care of them. And we have some stickers. Yes, Innokin has got it right. They include stickers, just like a Apple product. They throw some stickers in, and I love that. Also, you get a little package of O-rings right there, and your obligatory USB cable. You know what? I've actually started using these around the house, so they do come in handy sometimes. And that, oh no, oh wait, oh, one more thing. Oh, if I can ever get it out. Oh, okay. Quick start replace the coil, yeah. So quick start guide, very, very basic. So this is what you want to take out of the box if you need a reference guide. Basically the entire breakdown, how to change the wattage and how to replace your coil. So that's something nice that they just threw in there. Right there. I would take that out of the box if you're confused about anything. And that's, as they say, is that. So let's go over the specs for the ez.watt. It's compatible with both mouth-to-lung and sub-ohm tanks, 510 threaded, built-in 1500 milliamp hour battery, operating wattage is 13 to 35 watts, 3 different preset power modes with low and high options, 13 to 14 watts, 16 to 18 watts, and 30 and 35 watts. Minimum resistance is 0.2 ohms, 2 mil e-liquid capacity on the prism tank, top fill design with twist-off cap, dual airflow holes, tri-color LED battery life indicator. It comes with one Endura Prism S Canthal 0.8 ohm atomizer head capable of 16 to 18 watts, and one Endura Prism S Canthal 1.5 ohm atomizer head that's capable of 13 to 14 watts. And finally, it charges via micro USB 5 volts at 1 amp. All right, guys, so let's go over the ez.watt from top to bottom real quick, starting it off with the T20S tank. And let's start it off with the drip tip here at the top. So pond style drip tip, I'm sure a lot of you have used these in the past, and very comfortable to vape on. You can see the bore right down there, kind of a tighter airflow bore, as you can see, held on there with 2 O-rings, which I've never had any sort of issue with those, coming loose at all whatsoever. And it's made out of Delrin, I believe. It feels like Delrin or plastic. Either way, super comfortable to vape on there. And next up we have the top cap section. Let's just take that off. And pretty simple, just a little top cap that stays on there, and it has an O-ring right there at the top, as you can see there, that prevents it from leaking. You can see the coil right there at the top section there, and it just kind of screws all together. So pretty simple stuff, it's not really overcomplicated at all. Then taking off the middle section, or actually the bottom piece technically, because that's how you would get to the coil. Bottom piece just kind of holds the whole thing together. So, and that actually has the air holes on it. So putting that off to the side and going on to the coil section, kind of get the coil out of there. Okay, there we go. So here's the coil itself. This is the 0.8 ohm coil, 16 to 18 watt recommended. And yeah, it's pretty much the same thing as the original Prism coil. I'm sure you can remember that from the last time we did the T20 video, but there you go. It's pretty much the exact same design, except this one is the sub-ohm variant. So there you go. See right down the middle there. It is a vertical coil, and it's a very tight airflow coil as well, so definitely more for the mouth-to-lung vapor. Moving on to the ez.watt itself, as you can see up top there, it's got the standard 510 connection. It has a button up top here, that's your fire button, and a button down here, that's the one you change the power setting with. And it has this lovely rubberized finish to it. I absolutely love that. As you can see here, it says Innokin design. And the USB port on this thing is on the front panel there, right there at the bottom. That's where you charge it. And at the bottom, it actually has a wattage guide as well. So if you can't get to your quick start guide, then it's right there on the bottom. So kind of a nifty little thing there. To turn it on, it's just 3 clicks, 1, 2, 3. You can see the lights flash up top there. That means it's on. And then the power setting is just down here. So basically you just tap that middle button and you can see it dim. When it's dimmer, it's the lower setting out of the 2. So basically it has, right now it's at the middle one, so it's 16 or 18 watts. So if it's dim, then it's 16 watts. When it's bright, it's 18 watts. I'm not sure if that's actually coming out too well on camera here, but to change that up to the next level, all you have to do is press and hold these 2 buttons together. Then it goes up to the top, and then you can change that high-low, and then go down to the bottom, and it goes right around the horn to green, which means it is between 13 and 14 watts. So that is pretty simplistic there, I guess, but I feel like some people might still get lost on it. So anyways, let's go back to the main screen, have a quick vape on this thing, and we'll talk about it some more. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the close-up section of the video. Now let's talk about my personal thoughts about this device, some pros, some cons, and whether or not it's worth purchasing. Starting up today with the pros, and my first pro is that this thing is super tiny. I really love the size of this thing. It fits really well in the palm of your hand, and it's very easily concealable as well. It fits nicely in your pocket. It doesn't really weigh too much, so you can just kind of travel with it and carry it around all day, every day. And I've said time and time again, I always go out of the house with some sort of vaping device in my pocket, whether it be a pod system or something little mouth to lung like this here, and this would make for the perfect all-day, everyday companion. My second pro today is the rubberized feel to this thing. It feels absolutely amazing when you're vaping on it. It's not too sticky like it would stick in your pocket like a silicone case would, but at the same time, it just gives that little bit extra grip and kind of sleek feel to it, and that is something I absolutely love about this device. My third pro today is mouth to lung goodness. I applaud Innokin for their efforts to try to convert smokers to vaping using these little mouth to lung kits here, just because they're relatively inexpensive, and you know what, at the end of the day, you want something that's going to feel like smoking. So a little bit higher nicotine and the mouth to lung action is definitely the way to go to convert a smoker, in my opinion. And my fourth and final pro for this device is it's going to be good for beginners. Now, the holiday season is rapidly approaching, and I'm sure you're wondering what you should get the smoker friends and family members in your life. Well, the ez.watt is here to the rescue. So yeah, I would definitely say this would make a great gift for the holidays, and I would definitely put it on my list. Alright guys, so moving on to the cons, my first con is that you can't change a coil when you have juice in the tank. Now, they use the same tank as the T20S system. In fact, it says Prism T20S written right on there. I'm sure as you saw in the close-ups. But with that, yeah, you can't change a coil out if you have a little bit of juice in the tank, which kind of sucks because, you know, I hate wasting juice, and especially for those people that are on a very tight budget, they want to save every single drop. So for instance, if you just filled up your tank and your coil burns out for one reason or another, you're stuck with a really bad tasting juice for an entire tank, or you have to sacrifice a couple of mils just in order to change it. And my second con today is that the button system is a little bit overcomplicated. Really, I wish they went with a simple triple click to change power setting kind of function, but instead they went with the click and hold both buttons at the same time for a certain amount of time before it changes power setting. And that to me just kind of is a little bit over convoluted and a little bit confusing at times. I mean, honestly, I picked this thing up without reading the manual, and I got it after a few minutes, but the beginner vapor that just picks this thing up and tries to use it for the first time might get a little bit lost. So at the end of the day, is this thing worth purchasing? Would I go out of my way to pick one of these up if I didn't get this thing for a review? And I'm going to say yes to this one, just because you can never have too many little pocket-friendly, mouth-to-lung style devices that just travel with you wherever you go. And I definitely think 35 bucks is worth it for this little kit here. So with that, if you want to check one out for yourself, I'll leave links right down there in the description below. All right, guys, I'm sure you're all wondering how you get involved with this giveaway. Well, first of all, let me start off by saying all of the official rules are right down there in the description below. Make sure you read through them carefully, because there will be a few things that I'm going to skip over in this video section here. And with that, all you have to do to get involved is 1, be subscribed to my channel, 2, like this video, 3, send an email to dailyvapetv@gmail.com with the subject line Innokin giveaway and the body text being your choice of either the T20S or the ez.watt. So only 1 entry per person, please. I will be disqualifying people that email me twice, so make sure you make it very clear in the body section of your email whether you want the T20S or the ez.watt. So there you go. That's all you have to do to get involved. Make sure you read the full details right down there in the description below. So that about does it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this. Don't forget to click that notification bell right next to the subscribe button if you want to be alerted whenever I upload videos. Big shout out to you guys in the notification squad for getting here early. Also, leave me some comments in the box below. I'd love to hear your thoughts all about the ez.watt or anything else you guys want to discuss down there. Also, check out the advocacy and my social media links right down there in the description below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and as always, vape on!